up men's rights activist. He brings a conservative point of view to black issues. His mission: to provide a forum for honest discussions about social issues without the liberal lapdogs shutting down the discussion. Broadcasting from the American Truth Project Studios in beautiful Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. This is Conservative Nation with your host, Jermain Botsio.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of Conservative Nation with your gracious host, Jermain Botsio. And on today's show, you guys know what the deal is. I got the one, the only mind of Jamal on Double Barrel J's Wednesdays. How is everybody doing? Let me tell you, I'm ready to fly. You know it. How you doing, brother?
You know what, Jermaine? We had a lot to talk about. I knew the show was coming on tonight. And then, of course, you had somebody who don't understand go to a Christian school.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
This is the second time this done happened, and people want to ignore who it is or defend who did it. We don't want them being attacked. Stop it.
Yep.
Because he's that, oh, you don't want him attacked, but he just been a regular, ordinary white male.
Oh,
he
you
would
know
have been
it.
attacked. So it's a good night, but it's a sad night as well, Jermaine.
Absolutely. It's a very, very sad night, I can tell you that. You know, for folks out there, I came back from Minneapolis today. I visited my mother out there, and let me tell you something. Everybody and their mama, they speaking about this case right now. They are, and they're very upset. Let me tell you. The tension is very palpable. You can really sense the tension in the air. You can really sense it. I want folks to understand that. So tonight, you know, we're going to be speaking about, you know, some stuff here, and, you know, hopefully the world, you know, can understand how, you know, how to proceed forward. Because what I can tell you, the mayor of Minneapolis, he's right on cue when it comes to propaganda. And I'll show you tonight. He's right on cue with it. So make sure you guys do your due diligence. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share, okay? We gonna need your help. We definitely gonna need your help, because these fools out here, they're not stopping. I know
they're not.
They love speaking about, you know, how you know, censorship has dialed back and all sorts of stuff like that. Let me tell you something. They haven't let up.
No, they have not.
No, don't let them try to fool you. They haven't let up, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna need your help. Please, please, oh please, help me out. Put that grandbaby down, and yeah, put the grandbaby down, and hit that like button and share. All right, absolutely. Brother, let me tell you something. I've been waiting for tonight. I seen the lineup, and I'm excited. I'm certainly excited. How about yourself?
Man, Jermaine, I've been waiting for this tonight because I knew we had to talk about it, especially when it comes to these children. It's something that we got to talk about. It's something that happened, so we just got to flame. And I mean, roast them.
Yep. Flame! I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Kel Bella 823. Says, setting the Looney Tunes cabooses aflame with the hump and the double J's. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and give you the customary, sweetheart. A subscriber on the page as well. So shout out to Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Subscribe, people. Subscribe. Those subscriptions mean a lot.
Absolutely.
Subscribe,
we need you guys' help. All right. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get rocking. Make sure you guys do your due diligence. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share. First one up, brother. First one up. I want to go ahead and speak to you about college and degrees. Let me tell you something. This new generation out here, they're wasting a whole bunch of money. You know, I've been thinking about it for a very long time, and I don't think college is worth it anymore. You know, back in the day when they were trying to sell college, you know, and they were setting folks up to get out with, you know, good jobs and things of that nature, you know, those days are over. You know, they don't have those. You know, you get to college, do your 4-year degree, you get out and you're able to get a job and you could take off with your life. They don't have that anymore. You know, you go to college nowadays, the kids are in there for 5 to 7 to 8 years. And I kid you not.
Still don't know.
Yeah. And some of them still don't get the degree. I want folks to understand they still don't get the degree. And they come out being a barista with a blue hair. Yeah, they come out looking crazy. And from this, you know, I don't think it's worth it. You even come out dumber with a stupid ideology. I want you guys to see this video that is making its rounds around the web. All right? A lot of folks are sharing this, and it goes to show you what college can do and what, you know, a useless degree can do for you. You know, I want to go ahead and run this when it come back. I want to speak to you guys about it. Make sure you guys do your due diligence. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share, okay? We definitely going to need your help on this one. All right? Here we go.
Hi, I'm Scout. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm an interdisciplinary major at UBC. I'm in my last semester. My primary thematic focus is decolonizing academia and public knowledge systems, and my secondary thematic focus is biocultural and linguistic futurity.
For those who don't know what that means, can you give us a quick rundown?
Yeah, basically what I focus on is the promises that the institution has made and also the emergence of indigenous ways of knowing and being across the disciplines, and I feature in a lot of stuff like language revitalization, or the emergent vitality of languages rather, and just kind of a bunch of stuff. I've taken courses in over 20 departments, so
okay.
Yeah,
and
awesome.
Let me stop it right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, she says she is taking courses in 20 departments. Look at her hair. You know, Jamal, before these women get to college, let me tell you something, Jamal. Before they go, a lot of them, you know, look normal. You get what I'm saying? They got straight hair. You know, they speak normal. You get what I'm saying? They don't have a chip on their shoulder and the shitty attitude. You get what I'm saying? That is gone, Jamal. They're speaking normal. You know, you can have a good conversation with them. They're down to earth. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, they look like they believe in God, you know? And as soon as they get into college, all that goes away. It really does. Let me play it one more time because we got some more folks in here, and I want them to see this. All right? Here's a young woman gone to college. And from what I've been saying is that college nowadays, I don't believe it's worth it. You know, unless you're going to get, you know, an engineering degree, something that, you know, you can, you know, really make some good money in. Other than that, It's a way for the banks and these folks to make a whole bunch of bread. I want you guys to take a look at this again. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Scout. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm an interdisciplinary major at UBC. I'm in my last semester. My primary thematic focus is decolonizing academia and public knowledge systems, and my secondary thematic focus is biocultural and linguistic futurity.
For those who don't know what that means, can you give us a quick rundown?
Yeah, basically what I focus on is the promises that the institution has made and also the emergence of indigenous ways of knowing and being across the disciplines, and I feature in a lot of stuff like language revitalization, or the emergent vitality of languages rather, and just kind of a bunch of stuff. I've taken courses in over 20 departments, so
Okay.
yeah.
Awesome.
Wow. Awesome. You know, brother, I don't even know what biocultural linguistic futurity. That's what she said. That sound like bullshit. Bullshit. Brother, what do you think about this here?
What do I think, Jermain?
Yes, sir.
That says it all right there. Say it one more time, Chief Gillespie. Jermain, these people go to college to sit here, supposed to further their education, and they come out dumber than what they went in. Mm-hmm. Jermain, these people supposed to consider themselves the elite, the smart, the most intelligent. And then when you sit there and they open up their mouth, you like, baby, you need to go get your money back. They lied to you, baby. Baby, they lied to you. Go get your money back from that school. But are we surprised? In the 1960s, the hippies saw where they could get, the radical liberals saw where they could get recruits for anarchy to start fighting against the American government to try to overthrow it. It was at college. They fresh out of high school, left home for the first time, and they were easy to indoctrinate. And it's still going on. One, this goes for parents. You have to have a strong footing and not your child friend, but your child parent.
Absolutely.
Certain stuff you ain't going to allow in your home. So when they go off to college, they know that, hey, daddy ain't going to be putting up with no craziness. I better not come home crazy, because daddy gonna run me out the door. Mama is gonna run me out the door. When it comes to your daughters, mama is the one need to put her foot down and let it be known you're not gonna be doing that. Before we go any further, Jermain, I want to thank my producer Shane Terry, super producer. Thank you for taking a $5 challenge. Thank you for taking tonight's $5 challenge.
Shout out to you. Absolutely. Shout out to Shane Terry taking that $5 challenge. Shout out to Shane Terry, brother from another mother, our Alabama brother. Shout out to Shane Terry.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, parents gonna have to start using common sense. You know, you can see that they're screwing your children over psychologically and giving them a bad ideology. Okay? And I want to go ahead and, we get already, shout out to Shane Terry, gifted 1 subscription to Conservative Nation as well. We're going to go ahead and give Shane Terry another one. Shout out to Shane Terry. Absolutely. Parents going to have to use common sense, Jamal. They're going to have to start understanding what their children are taking, understand what the world is. Now, I know children, they want to go into college and say, hey, I want to just spend, a couple of years just trying to figure out. Don't try to have them try to figure out on your dime. You get what I'm saying? Because they'll figure out their ass right out of college. You think I'm playing? You know how many people I went to school with who had that mentality? Yeah, I don't know what I want to do. And they go into school, they sit there and wait 3-4 years, wasted in school. And I want folks to understand that. They're gonna have to understand what they're going to school for, and the probability of them coming out and paying their bills. Not getting some fluff degree in sociology somewhere and then coming out and being a barista. This woman here is speaking about biocultural, linguistic futurity. That's a nonsense degree. She's not going to get hired anywhere. And usually liberals, when they come out with these type of bullshit degrees, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what's going on. They end up going to a lot of these organizations, these 501c3 charities, a lot of these big companies, and they end up being, some sort of counselor or some sort of person to run some sort of group when it comes down to some sort of ethics. I'm looking for the word for it. Some sort of coaching. All right, they make a living doing stuff like that. So, brother, last words on this here.
You know what, Jermaine? This goes to show that what happens when people start listening to everybody other than people with kids. A lot of this stuff started with, oh, you need to send your kids to college because during the Depression, a lot of people with college degrees were not unemployed. They was working, and a lot of people saw that and they was like, oh, in order for my child to be successful, they need to go to college. And that's what a lot of older people from that era who remember those times of starving and stuff. So that's what they did. But what they weren't anticipating was the anti-American hatred they would have, taking people, children, turning them from the children who went to Sunday school, sung in the choir, helped little old ladies across the road, to radicalism because the parents didn't train them and have them ready for radicalism. Yes, you can tell your children they can't watch something in the house. However, you still have to expose them and let them know why they can't watch it. Perfect example. I'm going to use this for an example, Jermaine. My children love Sailor Moon.
Oh, yeah.
But they can't watch the up-to-date versions of Sailor Moon, the 220, 223, because they have trans, openly gay characters in it. And children shouldn't be exposed to that. Now, in Japanese culture, that's okay because they had these things called kadushas, which were men who dressed up as women to play female parts. So that's been in their culture for years. But as a parent, I tell my child they can't see this, but they see what it is, so they know what I'm talking about, what they can't see. And that's what parents must do. Explain to the child why they can't, show the child what it is, so nobody can't pop up on with them something they haven't seen.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and move forward. Make sure you guys do your due diligence. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share. All right. And shout out to Shane Terry. He gifted, it looked like another subscription to somebody as well. So shout out to Shane Terry. Shane Terry doing the Lord's work. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and give Shane Terry another one here. Absolutely. So
Yes.
a lot of these liberals like that, they do a lot of that, those coaching, mentoring. They do leader type courses, and they try to sell it to a lot of these organizations. All right. That's the only way they get a lot of money and a lot of jobs doing stuff like that. That's why when you go to a lot of these companies nowadays, they're always having some sort of ethics courses that you have to take in the company nowadays.
Yep.
Yeah, liberals are the leaders of those type of courses. They say, hey, for your company to be ethical, you should get this such and such degree in course. It's some made up certificate that they have. This is the way they do it. They make up some sort of, hey, safe trans. Do you want to be a safe trans place? I want folks to understand that this is the way they do it, right? So they make up a certificate like this degree on the wall here from Minnesota State University. Yeah, they make a certificate like this called Safe Trans, right? And they come up with these bullshit courses that they want to sell to organizations, right? And they could say, hey, do you want to be a safe, inclusionary place for trans folks? Yeah, you can go ahead and take this bullshit course here. Yeah, go ahead and take it, and we'll give you this degree. Yeah, and this will make it sure that you're safe for LGBTQ folks. That's the way they run it, and they'll go all the way around selling these courses, making money off, the
morons.
Yeah, the morons are out there. I was gonna say something else, but you helped a young brother out. So I just want folks to understand that. Let's go ahead and move forward. Next one
Hey,
up, I want to go ahead
but-
and speak to you guys about a new trend here. This new trend, let me tell you something, is quite disturbing. And I'm hoping that it's something that is not going to spread. But apparently, it seems like it is. I want to go ahead and show you guys this video here, this quick picture and video. And it deals with young men, ladies and gentlemen, wearing skirts. Okay? If you go on, TikTok right now, you go on Facebook, even YouTube, you'll find reels upon reels of young men, specifically young black men, wearing skirts. Yeah, they're wearing
Jermain.
skirts, these tight little jogging, what they call them, jeggings or something like that. One of them joints, jeggings and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about, right, brother?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and then let me tell you, they're looking kind of crazy. Let me go ahead and show you guys this here. Go ahead and show you guys this real quick.
Good black tea.
Yep, here it is. Let me go ahead and transition.
Uh-oh. You gonna do what?
Yeah. You guys see it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And here, let me go ahead and play a little bit.
Good black tee. Good eye cash skirt. Good tights. Black hat threes.
Alright, we go with eye cash polo. Eye cash lace skirt on the bottoms. We go Ed Hardy drawers.
Let me play again.
Good black tee. Good eye cash skirt. Good tights. Black hat threes.
Yeah, this
Alright, we go with eye cash polo. Eye cash lace skirt on the bottoms. We go Ed Hardy drawers.
So they're wearing the jeggings. Look at him. He's wearing the jeggings. Well, this guy ain't got jeggings, but he got the little skirt on with the drawers and stuff, and then he got the curly fries in his hair. Now I want to go ahead and show you guys this one right here. Would you guys look at this one? This one's in New Orleans.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Ah!
Look at this young man.
Hey, I'm trying to get crunk. C-R-U-M.
Tell them how we gonna go. Tell them why they don't hold on. Tell them why they better run.
Let me turn down this music here because I don't want to. We don't want to get flagged. But as you guys can see, you see the young men out here, right? Look at what they're wearing. Yeah. Don't adjust your TV screen. Don't adjust your phone. It is what it is right here. Yeah. Look at that. I want to play one more time. Run it back. The men are just chilling. Apparently, they had a day called Red Run in New Orleans. And the men were just out there just wearing red dresses. And they were walking around. Yeah, shout out to Parkview once his mental illness. Yeah, absolutely correct. The guys were wearing it. So there you go. There you go. Jamal. Brother, you're seeing the black men in Atlanta, right? They were wearing the dress. One of them was wearing some leggings or jeggings, and they were just chilling, you know. And then you had another one who was wearing a skirt. You get what I'm saying? He had the little skirt on or a kilt. Yeah, I don't know. You know, maybe somebody out there know what type of skirt that was. You know what I'm saying? They weren't wearing that, skirt, and then they had the little squigglies in their hair. You get what I'm saying? And then the other one, the black men, they're wearing red dresses. I think that's quite wild. Brother, what do you think about this?
Before I get started, I want to thank J9000. J9000, he gifted a subscription to Conservative Nation. So I want to thank J9000. J9000, thank you for that gift subscription. All right, now Jermain, you asked me what do I think about it.
Let me go ahead and give the customary. Go ahead, brother.
What do I think? Let's see if I can say it shortly. That says it right there. They have came into our community. Jermain, you've been watching basketball. You've been watching football. You remember there used to be this guy named Allen Iverson.
Oh, yeah, Allen Iverson. Iverson, AI.
After the game, would wear a baggy shirt, baggy jeans, and they said he need to stop that. That's not the look. And a lot of these black superstars would say, you're on there and you need to look respectful.
Yep.
Next, LeBron James carrying a purse.
Oh, yeah. LeBron James
Next thing you know,
he called a messenger bag. That's what he said.
Next thing you know, what's my boy name used to play for the Carolina Panthers, the quarterback? He looking like a straight Cam Newton, looking like a straight old woman.
Yeah,
old
I know exactly
woman.
what he still rock like that too.
So this stuff they pushed to take the masculinity out the black community, but the black community didn't have to go along. A lot of this crap is Democrat Party and black women who push this agenda. Because remember, this stuff happens and black women push it because black women vote. And before someone try to say, well, what do you call the Scottish and the Irish? That is called a kilt. There is a difference between kilts and daggone jorts, shorts, skirts, skirt and shorts. Skirts. That's what they call it. Used to wear them back in the days. They was the skirts that had the shorts, and then they were Velcro strapped back there. Girls used to wear them back in the days. This is horrible. And you know what? The black community got no one to blame but single black women.
Yep.
And the Democrat Party, they openly vote and support, because the Democrat Party made the black community turn on the thing they claim they love and represent, the black community, our masculinity.
Yep. And where's Al Sharpton and those Negroes? Where are they at when they see this type of stuff going on? They're nowhere to be found, Jamal.
Nope.
You see it. Look at this black guy, big ass muscles, and he's wearing a dress, Jamal. Look at all. He look outrageous. Like somebody said, mental illness. It's nothing but mental illness. I want folks to understand this. And what folks would say, especially these, folks on the left and black women, they would say, "Oh, just leave them alone. They can wear whatever they want." Which is true. They could wear whatever they want, but it's the image you're portraying. And wearing whatever you want, in a sense, is a slippery slope to, hell right here. A lot of other cultures, you're not going to see stuff like this. You're not going to see this out of the Asian culture. And I want folks to understand this. Middle Eastern culture, you're not going to see stuff like this. A lot of the white culture, you're not even going to see stuff like this. And the main reason why you're going to see a lot of this type of stuff in the black community and some other communities out there and sectors of the white community is because of the influence of the media, ladies and gentlemen, and the family structure. That's why we speak about it on this show. Is very important. The family structure. If you come from a strong community of family, let me tell you something. There's no way with a moral conscience you can go outside and wear a dress like this. Even to play around. There's no way you could. But because that structure isn't there, that family isn't there, you don't have any moral sense, you will do stuff like this. It is quite simple like that. I know, folks on the left side, you don't have to have a dad. You have to have structure. And the structure isn't there in the community for this behavior not to be there. Last words on this here, brother.
You know what, Jermain? Like I said, these people know exactly what they're doing. Hey, Jermain, somebody said they like when I do those shorts, they can't hear it. They can't hear them. Like when I do the shorts, the short video. Yeah. Who was it? PMB 9720 says I can't hear Jamal when I do those little short clips like that. I'm gonna have to.
I can't hear it on my end. I'm gonna have to see something. Why?
Okay, but Jermain, they know what they're doing. Jermain, that's why the Democrat Party is controlled by black women who are loud, obnoxious, and have failed their own families. And then they are controlled by college-educated white women. Think about it. Mm-hmm. That's all they bragged about. That college-educated white women voted for Kamala. College-educated white women voted for Hillary because they know they're the most who's easily persuaded. And now you look at this. This ain't white folk fault. This black folk fault. I blame the fathers for not putting a foot down in the black community, saying this crap ain't accepted. When Dwayne Wade's son
Look at the way
came
you
out,
walking.
they should not have even been, shouldn't ever been. When Dwayne Wade's son come out and Michelle Obama called him to tell him she proud of him acting like that, black men should have found that as an insult. Matter of fact, Barack Obama came out and said that black men need a gay man in their life
he
to
did.
teach them.
He did.
They don't care no more. They just drop it right in your lap.
They don't
Literally.
care anymore. And the reason why they don't care is because a lot of the damage they've done, supports their behavior. It really has. The damage to the home, Jamal, they really have. They have the media. All they need is folks to give up on their family, Jamal. That's it. And it's easier to take control of a family when the woman is the head.
Yes.
Yeah, and I want folks to understand, I don't care who get mad. Go ahead and get mad. Stir all you want about it. But that's what it is. I understand we live in an enlightening time, right? Where, most women don't have to think about being enslaved by somebody. Right? Yeah, we live in that time. But let me tell you something. It is very easy to go back to that time. All it is, a week or two without electricity. A week or two without electricity. People can't get food, and you'll see how fast you go back to the Stone Age.
Yep.
So men are muchly needed. And if you can't get a man out the house, forcibly, they got to do it legally. But and the women are helping. Let me tell you. Let's go ahead and move forward. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you share. Yeah. Share. All right. We're going to need your help. We definitely going to need your help. Next one up, I want to go ahead and speak to you guys. Let me pull this up. About Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is making a lot of people talk right now. He is. He was on a podcast a few days ago, and he said something about a Disney movie, and let me tell you something, the liberals are upset. It seems like, if you want to be famous, which we already know, and you want to be talked about, you want to be in that realm, you want to be a part of that circular world. You just can't have a conscience. You get what I'm saying? You can't have any morals, really, because if you say anything that is, gosh darn it, how can I say, obvious, they come after you, they want you deaf, dumb, and blind. You know what I'm saying? That's what it seems like. Let me go ahead and run this clip. When it come back, we shall discuss it. Snoop Dogg is saying he never wants to go to the movies again after what his grandson asked him while watching a Disney film. I want you guys to take a look at this. Here we go. Help us out. Make sure you do. Here we go.
I took my grandson to see what was the movie with Buzz Light?
Toy Story?
Not that one, but
the new Buzz. The Lightyear. I think it's called Lightyear.
Yeah, with Kiki Palmer's in that movie.
Okay.
She plays like the daughter. So we watching it, and the lady, which is Kiki's mama,
that black
they move
woman,
on into the space years. They move down the line. They're like,
she got a
had
good
a baby.
podcast.
What?
Oh, she does.
She remind me of
my grandson in the middle of the movie, like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman. Oh shit! I didn't come in for this shit. I just came to watch the goddamn movie. Hey, man, watch the movie. They just said she and she had a baby. They both women's. How did she have a baby? Shh. The movie ain't over with. So it's like, fuck me. I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like, y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer.
Rewind it again.
So we watching it, and
one more time.
The lady, which is Kiki's mama, they move on into the space years. They move down the line. They're like, man, she had a baby with a woman. Well, my grandson in the middle of the movie like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman. Oh, shit. I didn't come in for this shit. I just came to watch the goddamn movie. Hey, man, watch the movie. They just said she and she had a baby. They both women's. How did she have a baby? Shh. The movie ain't over with. So it's like, fuck me. I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like, y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for.
I got an answer for it, son. It's some nonsense. It don't happen, brother. What do you say to this? That is,
you know what?
Let me tell you, that sucker is wild. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Snoop is scared to go to the movies now. He's being put in situations where he believes he shouldn't have to be in, especially when it comes to a kid's movie. What do you think about this here, sir?
Some of this crap Snoop brought upon himself when he was all Democrat, because remember, he was pushing this crap.
Yeah.
He was pushing Democrat and I don't care, let people do and do them. This is what you tag on to. When you sit there and you load your train up and you get on it, this is what he tagged himself to. I hate to admit it, but this is what he tagged himself to. It feels good that it came home.
Yep.
Your grandson, Snoop Dogg, get dog. With so much drama in the LBC, it's kind of hard being Snoop Double G.
But somehow, some way.
This man, Snoop, is like, this is my grandson. Snoop came in the era when this won't allow. Yeah, they may have some girls making out or something like that, but people have always been attracted to two women.
Yeah.
Nobody has been attracted to two men doing that, making out. A woman who is sexual promiscuous, she herself have never sat there and said, I'm attracted to two men. Just let me see y'all sword fight. No. A man see a woman like, oh yeah, y'all kissing, okay. But that's just been a fantasy. And they pushed it. And Disney executives purposefully do that. I don't know if you ever seen that clip, Jermain, showing a black woman who's a Disney executive who's like, oh, I'm gonna gay this, I'm gonna gay this up, and I'm gonna gay this up. She was bragging about it. And I'll pull the clip up, Jermain, when you go to talk, so that way you can be able to see the Disney XO. That one of the Disney creators talking about it. And before we go any further, I would like to thank Miss Christian Walker. Miss Christian Walker,
I wanted to
thank you for your kindness
well.
and generosity and donation to Cash App. So Miss Christian Walker,
the beautiful Christian Walker, out of
she got a Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Miss Christian Walker.
She is one of the lovely, beautiful women we have here in Minnesota. Absolutely. Shout out to John Lennon from last week as well. I want to make sure John Lennon gets the much John Lennon. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, because it came through late. Yeah, because the thing with John Lennon, you're so right, Jermaine, it came through late. That's why I made sure I did send him a shout out on the next show about what he did. So to y'all, to let you know, You don't treat us like redheaded stepchildren when you donate and you give. Remember, $5, $6, $3, $2. If 12 people donate $3, that's a blessing.
Absolutely.
So look at it like that. And so everyone, we thank you for your kindness and generosity and donation to the page, because you help keep things going. The gift subscriptions, do so. The donations. Remember, what you give, we appreciative
Absolutely.
of everything.
So, you know what Snoop is saying here, and I think that it's a normal reaction, is that, you know, he shouldn't have to be in that position. You know, you're taking your child to the movie. You know, you guys are supposed to have a good time, enjoy the movie. You know, the movie should be, in a sense, tailored to the child. It shouldn't be interjecting these type of, you know, situations. And they're trying to make that type of situation a normality. You get what I'm saying? That a mama and mama have a baby. That's not normal. It's not at all. Liberals want to keep pushing that as a normality. It's not normal. They have to go ahead and look at how many folks identify as being gay. You get what I'm saying? You got to remember this. Remember her? Yeah, and she said that how they want to interject that type of content into Disney movies. Remember that, Jamal? Yeah, we remember her. She got caught up saying it. So you guys,
and that's
can't
why the
get
video I was
around
gonna
it.
play for you, Jermaine.
You can't get around it. You know, so that's what it comes down to. You know, folks have to realize that this type of stuff is out there and tailor the way they behave towards that. You get what I'm saying? Disney films and a lot of these stuff, they're going to try to normalize that type of situation. And it's not normal at all. Even when we speak about how many people, you know, identify as gay in our culture, ladies and gentlemen, it's less than 10%. I kid you not. You could go ahead and look it up. So if it's less than 10%, why are we pushing it out there as if it's 90%? That's
Voting
crazy.
block.
It is. But that's the type of stuff that they want to go ahead and push on our children. So it is what it is right now. It certainly it is. Brother, any last words before we move forward?
Did you want me to play that part, Jermaine, or that? But you remember that's what she's talking about.
Yeah,
you want me to play that or not?
I remember.
Okay.
We gotta go ahead.
No. But yeah, I just want people to remember this black woman. This ain't, you know, people always try to talk about black women values, but this black woman's bragging. How can I stick LBGT here?
Mm-hmm.
And the people rejected the movie Buzz Lightyear. And see, here's the thing, Jermaine. People are pushing back just because the movie does good in California and New York, which you can possibly make $200 million in California and New York, taking people to the movies. But when you only make $2,000 in Mississippi, or you make $3,000 in Georgia, or you make 15,000, you don't break a certain amount in different states, it's a flop.
Yeah.
And Buzz Lightyear was a flop. It was a major flop.
I even
and
think
it
that
should been.
There was a country that took
You know
out
they didn't
Buzz
play it in Saudi
Lightyear,
Arabia.
Wasn't it China?
Yeah, China, Saudi Arabia.
Yep,
they
China.
didn't play it in Muslim countries. China said no.
There you go. There you go. Yup, and it's right here too. Yup. Shanghai take out Woody and Buzz Lightyear. That's what it says here. Yeah, because of the same-sex couple. There you go. Yeah. So that's what it is. So if these other countries recognize how fragile, our kids' brains are, all right, and they take that out, shouldn't we? You know what I'm saying? These third world countries, in a sense, are not going to allow this to happen in their country, and they have that sense. Don't we have that sense? That's all. Let's go ahead and move forward. I want to go ahead here. Oh, yeah. I want to go ahead here before we move forward to one of our major topics here. I want to speak to you guys about Cracker Barrel. We're going to speak about Cracker Barrel real quick. Yeah, Cracker Barrel. Everybody and their mama's mama is speaking about Cracker Barrel. A lot of folks are upset and mad about all the changes that are going on. And right now, the CEO is talking about reversing course. And I want you guys to hear this. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you share. Here we go.
Cracker Barrel is now telling millions of customers, forget about it. The restaurant chain says that it's scrapping the new logo and sticking with the old one. They are crying uncle. That follows severe backlash on social media, including criticism from President Trump himself. Nicole Valdez is outside a Cracker Barrel near Nashville, Tennessee. Nicole, good morning.
Tony, good morning. The 55-year-old Tennessee-based company is now reversing course just a week after they plan to adopt a new logo. It all happened so fast, they didn't even have time to change all the signs on all of their restaurants. But customers are all for this reversal, shares jumping 7% by last night.
Here at the Cracker Barrel,
a familiar face is here to stay at Cracker Barrel. The restaurant chain now says it will keep its old-time logo with that iconic barrel and image of Uncle Herschel.
Cracker Barrel's all about more.
It comes nearly a week after the country restaurant introduced a new, simplified logo with only the words Cracker Barrel. The move angered customers.
Now we have this minimalist logo down here that just looks so tacky.
Sunk the company's market value by nearly $100 million, upset conservative commentators.
Cracker Barrel launches their woke rebrand and these stock craters.
And President Trump, who called the rebrand a mistake on Tuesday. Later that day, Cracker Barrel said, "We thank our guests for sharing your voices. We said we would listen, and we have. Our new logo is going away, and our old-timer will remain." It's not the first time President Trump has exerted his influence over a business. Last month, Coca-Cola said it would roll out Coke with cane sugar this fall after the president said he pushed the beverage giant to do so.
Sidney Sweeney has very keen.
You see what I did there, right?
And American Eagle stock prices jumped more than 23% after President Trump praised the company's controversial ad featuring
Let me go ahead
Sidney
and stop
Sweeney.
here, right here. So there you go. So the Cracker Barrel, they returning that logo back. You get what I'm saying? They had some folks there upset about it, Jamal. Extremely upset about it. And I got another video here I want to play for you before we speak about this here, because I think it's very funny and it goes to exactly what we're speaking about here. There's a viral video on Cracker Barrel, ladies and gentlemen, and how a lot of black folks, in a sense, they want them to go back to their old, the old logo. They want the decor to go back. They said that they want a racist Cracker Barrel. That's what they said.
They want to give us a
I kid you
racism
not.
back.
They said they giving white folks a pass this time, ladies and gentlemen. I kid you not. Negroes are giving white folks a pass for being racist because they said the food is so good. I want to go ahead and run this when I come back. I want to speak to you guys about it. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. All right. Here's black folks. They want the racist Cracker Barrel. Here we go. They want it.
Yeah, wait a minute. Get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing.
Saw this on the internet. Dude said he ate in a remodeled Cracker Barrel and he hated it. And I want to join in on the hate. If the Cracker Barrel don't look like the Jim Crow South,
He said if it don't look like Jim Crow,
you gotta
South.
have the racism aesthetic. You gotta have the rocking chairs and the hint of segregation in the air. If I don't feel like I'm on the set of Sinners, then how do I know I'm in a Cracker Barrel? This is a gentrified Cracker Barrel. They done took all the character out of it, and I know the edges of the pancake ain't burnt. I gotta feel like somebody wants to say, "Good morning, boy," when I go in, with respect. And no respect at all. I feel like they want me to work there, but they don't want to pay me ever, and I've got to live there. That's Cracker Barrel's thing. If you take that away, what is it? A Denny's, a IHOP, a place I don't want to be at.
I gotta ask this question. I think I probably know the answer. What if all the customers are coming at you hard enough about the look of the restaurant and they want to go back to the old way? Would you do it?
Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing. I'll give you another soundbite. I actually happened to be in Orlando last week with all of our managers. We bring them together and every other year. And the number one question that I got asked, Michael, was, how can I get a remodel? When can I get a remodel? How do I get on the list?
Oh, really?
So because
with
the
them
feedback
thick ass
and the
glasses
buzz is so
on that
good,
she
not
got
only
on,
from our customers,
them
but from our team
jailhouse
members.
glasses.
They want to
Look
work in a wonderful restaurant. So we're doing everything for our guests and our team members.
Well, Julie Messino, it's
she
wonderful.
ready to extort
Thank you for
money, boy.
answering those questions for all the Cracker Barrel fans out there. There's a lot of great changes.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Robin? Can I get in writing that the peg game is going to stay?
The peg game is staying.
Okay.
So are the rocking chairs, fireplace, vintage decor. It's all there.
All right. Okay, because that would be a deal breaker. That would be a deal breaker.
Cracker Barrel, Cracker Barrel, Cracker Barrel. Us niggas is disappointed in y'all this time. Out of all the things white people can decide to have a change of heart in, y'all want to change heart in the branding of Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel is the one thing that has stayed the same the last 100 years. No matter what change or who dies or who flies or who in the White House, Cracker Barrel has remained the same. Them motherfucking rocking chairs have stayed outside them buildings for 100 years now. Now all of a sudden y'all want to rebrand and change some shit up. Switching the logo, want to make shit more liberal friendly, more modern and all that other bullshit. Look, man, it's the one time y'all got us niggas support in standing on white business. So stand on white business, Cracker Barrel, and stay the same. We don't want y'all to change the fucking branding. Because that means the food ain't going to taste the same. And goddamn it, when the food stop tasting the same, then we going to really make a change. So we need y'all to hold it down, white people. This the one time we asking you motherfuckers to stand on business. Outside of illegal immigration, that's another thing. So please, Cracker Barrel, for the love of God, stay off this modern liberal bullshit and hold it down like y'all always have.
Bow. So I'm going to stop it right there. So Jamal, my goodness gracious, that was fire. Let me tell you, it was fire. The black folks say, hey, we're going to stand up with the white folks on this one. We don't want it to change. We want it as racist as it could be. We want the whips and the chains out there and the rocking chairs. Yeah, they want everything the same, Jamal. That's what the Negro said they want. You get what I'm saying? And gosh darn it, usually when black get cross here in the society, they get what they want. Can't they get what they want? Go ahead.
You know your food good when you got black folks in with you. I
don't have them stand on being
segregation and bloody Sunday. Just give me my chicken fried steak with white gravy.
You know it.
Potatoes with that apple cobbling, string beans, and cornbread.
I'm telling you.
Game while I'm waiting for it to come. Jermain, it's just true. People like the food. People like the food, and people know what they want. They don't want the crap. They don't want that crap that they've been trying to push on people. They don't want it. People want the same thing, going to the Cracker Barrel, sitting in a rocking chair, enjoying the food, enjoying it. Nobody asked to do that, but who was it? White, liberal women.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, who is it doing stuff nobody asked?
Nobody.
Nobody said, I got an idea. Let's change the logo. We all got college degrees. Yeah. Okay, let's change the logo. Let's strike it to whitey. Really? Nobody asked you. No black person was in there was like, yeah, what? You gonna do what? My daddy ain't gonna come here and eat no more. My daddy gonna hate me. Nah, whoa. Dad, hey, listen. Yeah, I was in the board meeting. Yeah, they gonna be changing some things at Cracker Barrel. Dad, I did not have anything to do with it. This is all on them.
Yeah,
I told them don't. Dad, I told them don't.
Everybody in their mama's mama was mad, boy.
Black folk was in the meeting like, keep us out of this.
Yup.
That
white woman by herself. That's what they
said. And left out there.
I'm telling you, the way black folks got so upset, you know, they were upset about it. This should let folks know that they should stay away from that modern BS of changing logos to make folks feel good and inclusive. Stop doing stuff like that.
Yes.
You know, they went from changing Aunt Jemima and all sorts of other stuff. Stop doing stuff like that. Uncle Ben, you know, anything that has to do with ethnicity and the character is on there, they want to change it. You get what I'm saying? It seemed like, you know, a lot of these tech companies, a lot of these, you know, food companies and such like that, a lot of these big companies, you know, it's either they're anticipating some sort of, you know, liberal mob coming for them, or, you know, they're influenced by something to make them do stuff like this. You get what I'm saying? Now, one thing I do know is that the Cracker Barrel CEO, that white woman, she's responsible for some other changes at another place. All right. And apparently that one was pretty bad as well. So she's, you know, she has that liberal, you know, tint to her, I should say. She certainly does. Let's go ahead and move forward. We have a lot to discuss tonight, and let me tell you something. We probably a little bit halfway. We're close to halfway. Absolutely. This next one up, I want to speak to you guys about what's going on with the Smithsonian and, you know, the liberals speaking about Trump getting rid of Black history. All right. There's a black woman by the name of Joy Reid. We call her Joyless Reid. All right. She usually wears a lot of hair hats, you know, but this time it looked like she might, you know, be sticking to original. But we shall see. I want you guys to take a look at this clip here. This clip deals with Joy Reid speaking about Trump, him trying to get rid of Black history, and she's saying that white people didn't invent anything. White people stole everything. This is what she's saying. She outraged a lot of folks. All right, this was put on last week. Now, I don't know how many folks got to see this, but let me tell you something. If you haven't seen it, you better buckle up. All right, you better buckle up because she's gonna, royally piss you off. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get rocking. Make sure you guys do your due diligence. Hit that like button. Make sure you do shit. All right, we got everything queued up. Let's go. Joyless Reed. And she is saying white people did not invent anything. They stole everything. Take a look.
They can't fix the history they did. Their ancestors made this country into a slave hell. But they can clean it up now because they got the Smithsonian. They can get rid of all the slavery stuff. They got PragerU. They can lie about the history to the children. They can't originally invent anything more than they ever were able to invent good music. We black folk gave y'all country music, hip hop, R&B, jazz, rock and roll. They couldn't even invent that, but they have to call a white man the king. Because they couldn't make rock and roll. So they have to stamp the king on a man whose main song was stolen from an overweight black woman. They can't fix the history they did. Their ancestors made this country into a slave hell. But they can clean it up now because they got the Smithsonian. They can get rid of all the slavery stuff. They got PragerU. They can lie about the history to the children. They can't originally invent anything more than they ever were able to invent good music. We black folk gave y'all country music, hip hop, R&B, jazz, rock and roll. They couldn't even invent that, but they have to call a white man the king. Because they couldn't make rock and roll. So they have to stamp the king on a man whose main song was stolen from an overweight black woman.
Bow. Joyless Reed, and you can look at her face there. Look how joyless she looks. Brother, what do you think about this here? So what she is saying, and let me summarize what she's saying for the folks out there. She is saying that since Trump has control of the Smithsonian, he can rewrite history and get rid of black historical figures and black history. Rewrite it. This is what she's saying. And she's saying that he's doing it because white people are for stealing things from blacks. Apparently, white people didn't, they stole rock and roll. They stole R&B. They steal everything. This is what she's saying. And white people didn't invent anything, which is quite a statement. What do you think about this here, sir?
Well, then she needs to explain who invented the penicillin. Who invented the ships to sail across the seas? Who, if she say white people ain't invented nothing, who invented the electricity she using? Who invented the microphone she using?
Yep.
Who tested the dyes to make sure she can go out there looking like Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah, look at her. Looking crazy.
So Joy Reid saying stuff like this is why she's off the air. This is why MSNBC should have been through her off the air. But they didn't, because they wanted to keep her because she was profitable. But as they saw, trying to placate to 6% of the population of the U.S. and turning off everybody else is a bad business deal. What Donald Trump is doing, what President Trump is doing, they don't mention black slave owners, and there was a bunch of them. They don't mention William Ellison Jr., the one of the most cruelest slave owners ever was. He was a black man. He was a breeder. In other words, he would take girls once they had a period, have them have sex with men in their 20s and 30s to produce offspring. And he could produce big, strong, young boys. That was his business. Because supported the Confederacy. Blacks who fought for the Confederacy. See, when people start changing history because it doesn't suit their vision of history and it doesn't suit their heroes that they put on a pedestal, you get the Joy Reids who won't learn Not because she can't, because if she do, she loses all that she has.
Jamal, now, brother, let me go ahead and show the crowd here. She has a hat on. Now, when she was speaking, I was, I'm quite observant. The military tells you to pay attention to detail, doesn't it? Yep. And when you pay attention to detail, she has a hat on and she has the letters on the hat say FDT.
FDT.
Yeah. Does anybody know what FDT stand for? F Donald Trump. That's what the hat stands for. Now, let me go ahead. I just showed you guys it right here. FDT. The hat is $23 on T Public. And FDT, anti-Trump, no Trump, vote 2024 funny election hat. This is what they're posting, but what it really is, Jamal, is F Donald Trump hat.
Yep.
So you can see how much they hate Donald Trump, even on their attire, ladies and gentlemen. Even on her attire, while she's spewing that racist stuff, saying white people didn't invent anything. They stole everything from black folks. She had the nerve to say that with a F Donald Trump hat on. These folks can't be taken seriously. They can't at all. So I wanted folks to see that. Joyless Reed, she is the quintessential mad black woman. Tyler Perry came out with a movie called Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Her picture.
Yeah, there needs to be another movie called Diary of a Mad Black Liberal Woman. Because let me tell you something, Joy Reid will play that part real well. You get what I'm saying? She's already mad because she got to wear hair hats every day. I'd be mad too if I had to put hair on top of my hair. You get what I'm saying, Jamal? I'd be real mad. Let me tell you, I'd be mad. There's folks who are so insecure out there, ladies and gentlemen. They got to put nails on top of nails and hair on top of hair. I don't make this stuff up. And that's what Joy Reid has to do. Besides that, she's insecure about your blackness, insecure about being a woman, insecure about everything. And you got the nerve to speak like this. She sounds nasty and she looks nasty. If liberal women were so nice, let me tell you something, Jamal, it would be, they'd get the opposite effect, wouldn't they, Jamal? Like, yep. Oh my gosh, that's a liberal woman. Oh my goodness gracious. Look how nice she is. Oh, I bet she's going to be so nice and she's going to be so respectful and this, that, and the third. No, we get the opposite effect when we look at a liberal woman.
Yep.
I'm telling you, because we get that effect. She going to be nasty. Yep, look at that mouth, real nasty. She's going to lie. Yep, lie after lie. So that's where we're at with this type of individual. And this is the propaganda they spew. Instead of them to tell the truth, they're going to resort on the lies as usual, right?
Because
racism,
it works.
Homophobia, xenophobia, and this new crap that they're pushing right now. Last words, brother.
You know what, Jermaine? Here's the thing about Joy Reid. Joy Reid usefulness is still there to a certain point, because what they're hoping they can do is split the black community, use her to beat on people to make them vote Democrat. She's the one that's going to sit up there and make white women feel good, for white women to be like, I'm one of the sister gals. This is how I'm helping change the past and be a ally. Joy Reid is a miserable woman.
Miserable woman, let me tell you.
Who lost her show because nobody liked her. Well, enough to keep the show. She won't even busting $20,000 an episode. She won't even busting 15,000, and she thought she should stay because that's what they have trained people in doing. I'm not sad, but she say what the white people event. What about the airplane? What about the car?
Yeah.
The television. So to hear her say that, somebody should have checked her.
Somebody should have checked her right away.
But that's her podcast to spew that racism.
Let's go ahead and move forward. Make sure you guys do your due diligence. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Next one up here. I want to go ahead and speak to you guys about what's going on here in South Minneapolis. There was a school shooting at a Catholic private school, and I want to go ahead and run this. When it comes back, we shall discuss it. Make sure you guys do your due diligence. Hit that like button. Make sure you share. Here we go.
Thank you for joining us on THV 11 at noon. I'm Tamer Knight. We begin with breaking news. Sources tell CBS News that 3 are dead, 2 of them are children, and 17 are injured after a shooting at a Catholic school in Minneapolis this morning. Bradley Blackburn has details on the developing story.
Families walked hand in hand with their young children, taking them away from Annunciation Catholic School after a shooting this morning. A heavy police presence is at the South Minneapolis school as the investigation begins into what happened. Sources tell CBS News the shooter, a male wearing all black, died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Unfortunately, these entities have established security protocols in the event of an active shooter. So the church and the school would have had plans in place to try to mitigate any damage as quickly as possible. Once a suspect is identified, they will get a warrant for the individual's residence, the suspect's vehicle, and then very quickly start scrubbing that individual's mobile devices, if any are present, as well as social media. They do want to ascertain whether this individual was in touch with anybody else about the suspect's plans.
According to a school schedule, there was an all-school mass this morning. This was just the 3rd day of the school year for Annunciation Catholic School, which goes from pre-K to 8th grade. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
President Trump says he's been briefed.
Wow. So there you go. Let me tell you something. That's absolutely crazy. It is. I want to go ahead and show you guys what the Minneapolis police chief is saying as well.
At this point, we know we have a total of 19 victims from this tragedy. 2 were young children, ages 8 and 10, that were sitting in the pews at Mass when they were shot and killed. They were pronounced deceased on the scene. There were another 14 children between the ages of 6 and 15 that were injured by gunfire. There were also 3 adults in their 80s that were parishioners here attending Mass that were also shot in this incident. The families of all of the children that have been affected have been notified. The coward that shot these victims took his own life in the rear of the church. That coward has been identified as 23-year-old Robin Westman. No prior criminal history. As to the weapons used to perpetrate this horrific attack, there was a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol. All 3 had been lawfully purchased by the shooter.
Wow. So there you go. There you go. Now, the shooter has died by self-inflicted wound here. I want to go ahead and show you guys a picture of the shooter. All right. There's a couple of pictures going out here right now. The most, how can I say, viral picture of the guy here. And let me go ahead and transition. Here, let me go ahead and transition here. This is the picture of the guy here, Robin Westman. Now, they're believing that this guy is a transsexual. He's one of those confused folks though. Now, this is a couple pictures he's taken right here. One on his magazine here. It says "Get Clapped. Where is your God?" And he put that on there. Class of 2017 here. All right. Robert Westman. So there's some stuff here that is pointing to, a deliberate hit. Now, Jamal, you showed me a picture earlier, and I was wondering if you were able to pull up that picture and show the crowd here.
Oh yeah, let me go.
I want them to see the picture that you showed me, because I think it's very important to show that one.
That's on Twitter. Okay, sure. Pictures.
Yeah, I think you know which one I'm speaking about, correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's the one I tried to send. I sent you, and you was like, do it. Hold up. It's coming up right now. Because once again, it's one of those.
Yeah. And I have some videos here I'm going to share with you guys, some interviews with some young children that were there when this was going on. And when you're listening to the young children, you can kind of get a picture in your mind of what was going on and, the severity of it. Let me go ahead and transition here.
There you go, Jermain.
Bow. So there you guys go. Shout out to Mind of Jamal. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So he has some stuff on his rifle there. As you can see on the top bar of the rifle there, it says "Kill Donald Trump, rip and tear." This is stuff that he put on there. All right. And you can see it says "Kill Trump now." And it says McVeigh. And then I don't know what this other stuff is right here.
You look at that that sticker up there. Now we keep hearing told that
defend equality.
Yeah, but you know what that is? That's an AK-47. They banned those. See, here's the thing, and everybody need to pay attention to this.
Go ahead. You can speak up. Well, what do you think about this here? Go ahead.
Liberals only want to take guns away if you don't believe in their ideology. That right there, why would they want that? They don't want people like myself, white conservatives, black conservatives. They don't want females. They don't want you to defend the Constitution or defend against Joe Biden. But he had this to go hunt Christian children. Let me say this. Everybody out there who keep thinking this lie that, man, we have a civil war, the conservatives have all the guns. That is a lie.
That's a lie.
Liberals got good amount of guns, and they hate us. While we have discretion and wouldn't shoot at them, if they're standing behind a child, they will hide behind the child like Hamas and others do and aim at us to shoot at us.
They certainly will. They certainly will. You know, liberals never want to speak about ideology in the mind. They're always for taking away, the tool instead here. Now, Jamal, I want to go ahead here and play an interview here, actually a couple of interviews of some children that were there, okay? Mm-hmm. And I want people to listen to what these children are saying. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you share. Here we go.
And as we continue to monitor the scene there in Minneapolis, we are hearing directly from eyewitnesses. Clarissa Garcia is a student who attends Annunciation Catholic School, and she was inside that church when shots rang out. Here's what she told our Minneapolis affiliate about what she witnessed.
I was just at church, and I heard something like really loud, like I thought it was fireworks in the church, and then I saw the shooting. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. And so a teacher led me downstairs to the preschool classroom. And so I went there, and me and my friend Cece were just praying, and then we went outside.
Yes.
We were just waiting there, and then we went to somebody's house to be safe, and then we went to the F-45 thing, and then I saw my mom, and I was just so happy, I was really glad that she was with me.
And what was going through your mind when you were in that preschool classroom praying?
I hope nobody got killed or something like that, or hurt. And I was just praying if everybody could be safe and nobody would do this again.
How did it feel to hug your mom and get home?
I felt really safe, like my guardian angel with me. God was with me, and I was just hugging my mom tightly as I can.
And you heard it, but you didn't see anything.
I heard I saw that bullet kinda, but and then it ran off.
Wow.
So there you go. So there goes one. I have another one here. This one is a little bit more, how can I say, detailed, and it's with a young boy. I want you guys to take a look at this one. And he's a 5th grader. He says that a friend shielded him as the shots were being fired during Mass. Take a look.
Details involving the deadly mass shooting at a Catholic school in Minneapolis. Children as young as pre-kindergarten were worshiping inside their church sanctuary next door to their school this morning when police say a shooter fired dozens of rounds at them from outside of the church, shattering the windows.
Officials say 2 children, an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old, were killed. At least 14 other kids were hurt. 3 adults were among the injured. You are looking at some of the heartbreaking scenes just outside a reunification center near the school. Our producers on the ground say they've heard screaming echoing out from the halls after parents rushed in. We're also hearing from survivors, including a 5th grader, just 10 years old, describing the moment shots first rang out.
It was shots fired, and then we kind of got under the pews. It kind of, they shot through the stained glass windows, I think, and it was really scary.
What did you do after that?
Well, we waited 10 to 5 minutes, I don't really know. And then we went to the gym, and then the door's locked just to make sure he didn't come. And we waited in the gym for more news, and everyone was okay. Or most people were okay.
Who are you?
My friend got hit in the back.
Did he go to the hospital?
Yeah, he went to the hospital.
What went through your mind when you saw that?
I was super scared for him, but I think now he's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get reunited with your parents?
Yeah, my mom was waiting outside of the church when it
Them
happened.
children are
Yeah.
innocent.
What was it like seeing her?
I was super happy because, like, I was scared that I wasn't going to see her because I didn't know what was happening, really. I was just in shock.
Was it behind you where it was happening, or in front of you, just kind of?
It was, like, right beside me. I was, like, 2 seats away from the stained glass windows. So they were, like, the shots were, like, right next to me.
That's scary.
Yeah.
You went under the pew after that happened?
Yeah. And
Is
then
that what everyone tried to do?
I think I got, like, gunpowder on my neck. Yeah.
When you heard the shots, what went through your head?
I was like, the first one, I was like, what is that? I thought it was just something. Then when I heard it again, I just ran under the pew. And then I covered my head. My friend Victor, like, saved me, though, because he laid on top of me, but he got hit.
Your friend laid on top of you?
Yeah, and he got hit.
Friend laid on top of him and friend got hit.
Yeah,
Friend saved
we
him.
practice it, like, every month, or I don't know. But, yeah, we've never
have
practiced
better
it in the
themselves
church,
than
though.
I swear,
Only
some of these
in
kids have
school.
more
So it was way
courage
different.
than the adults.
Was your mom super happy to see you?
Yeah.
Give you a big hug?
What was that hug like?
I just felt, like, relieved, kind of.
Yeah.
I was very happy.
Yes, they do.
You're really brave, you know that?
Yeah.
Did you have any brothers and sisters there, or was it just you?
My brother's in the sophomore year of De La Salle. He used to go to Annunciation. He got out early because of it.
You guys were at, like, the mass that they do at the beginning
Yeah.
of school?
And then it was, like, maybe, like, 3 minutes in, the first shot fired. And then the police were really good because they showed up really quick.
Yeah.
And did everybody try to make you feel safe?
Yeah.
But it has to be probably the scariest thing of your life.
Yeah, it was super scary.
What do you want to say to your friend who helped protect you?
He's really brave, and I hope he's good in the hospital.
And what do you want to say to everyone that had to go to the hospital?
I hope you're okay, and I'm praying for you.
Wow.
There are young children
and
who
we are certainly praying here in Minnesota and around the world. So there you go. You see the young man there, the young guy, 5th grader. He said that his friend got shot in the back. Okay, his friend laid on top of him and shielded him from the fire. Okay, a lot of these children, they have more courage and sense than the adults. Let me tell you.
Yes.
They certainly do. The young girl, before she said that she thought it was some firecrackers, and then until she saw a bullet and, shattered glass. And you can tell that these are some good kids. With all the hell around them, these folks are praying. Jamal, did you hear that? I want folks to understand. These folks are praying with all the hell around them. Let me tell you. What do you think about this here, Jamal?
Jermain, children are having to go through this. Number one, 3 factors that liberals are not going to want to address. This was a trans shooter.
Yep.
Number one. Number 2, they purposely chose a school with children who was Christian.
Yep, they certainly did. 100%.
He certainly did. And number 3, schools keep being targets because they are soft. There's no shoot back. There's no bang bang. There's no you come up to the school and you get lead thrown back at you. See, here's the thing about a school shooter. It don't matter if the gun that the teacher have is a 380, a 9mm, heck, a 22 and a 25.
22 something.
You sit there and see boom, 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 boom. You don't know what that is. You're going to be ducking. All that teacher got to do is pow, 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 pow. Unless you some stone cold know who it is, you don't stay around. Schools are going to have to arm teachers. And tomorrow, Lord willing, live and see it because it's not promised. When I do a show on this, I'm going back to demand armed teachers. Yeah. And I don't want to hear, I think they shouldn't have to carry guns. I'm a teacher, and I don't want to carry a gun. But you want to take guns from everybody else. No, you need to have guns at the school so the school children can be defended. Imagine if that teacher would have had an M14.
Oh, it would have been over.
Imagine if that teacher would have had themselves a pump action shotgun. So when you hear boo, 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 boom, boom, and you start throwing slugs with buckshots, dude running, and you saving children's lives. We have to, if thoughts and prayers don't work, as liberals say, if they're sick and tired of hearing about thoughts and prayers, then let's do some heavy hit back and start hitting back with firepower.
Absolutely. You know, I think we've been in this situation too many times as a nation. You know, we need to have armed security guards, armed guards at school, especially this being a Catholic school and a private school. I mean, they need to set aside some money for it. Christians, let me tell you, you are targets nowadays. Yeah, you are a target, and it's because of your ideology and what you believe. To these knuckleheads out here, these degenerates, they hate you. They believe that you're stopping them from getting some sort of right that they already have. I kid you not. And a lot of these people here, I believe, they are sent by, some other groups out here, like either the CIA or somebody. They're sending these knuckleheads out here like this. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And then when you go online now, you can hardly find anything about the dude. There's only, 3 pictures? My goodness gracious. That's how they always do it. Every time you start looking up these folks here, they got a manifesto, they got 2 or 3 pictures, and then that's it. So there's something going on here with it. There is. The mayor of Minneapolis, let me tell you something, he's a buffoon. He's an idiot. Absolutely. He is. I don't care what anybody has to say. He's a buffoon. He's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's what he is. I want to go ahead here and play you guys what he is saying about folks lashing out at the shooter. I want you guys to hear what he is saying.
Anybody who is using this as an opportunity to villainize our trans community or any other community out there has lost their sense of common humanity. We should not be operating out of a place of hate for anyone. We should be operating from a place of love for our kids. Kids died today. This needs to be about them.
Wow. So there you go. So they don't want to hear anybody speaking about the trans guy.
Uh-huh.
Folks are speaking about the trans guy. The liberals are on it. Hey, we're not going to speak about him. We're not going to speak about what he believes in and his mind frame and the reason why he did it, in a sense. We want to just worry about the children, and children got hurt. That seems like a gloss over. You get what I'm saying, Jamal? Let me play it again because I want you guys to see this. He does not want folks to speak about the trans guy.
Anybody who is using this as an opportunity to villainize our trans community or any other community out there has lost their sense of common humanity. We should not be operating out of a place of hate for anyone. We should be operating from a place of love for our kids.
For the kids.
Kids died today. This needs to be about them.
Bow. So he said it needs to be about them. People want to know why this is happening. So they're looking into the trans guy, and there's a lot of folks who are rightly upset because the trans community hasn't stepped up and said anything about it. The LGBTQ community is quiet. And we know that community hates Christians.
Yes, they do.
And instead of somebody to start talking about the ideology that they have, the way that they look at the world, they want to go ahead and gloss over it and say, you know what, we're not going to speak about the person who did it and what they think. We want to just speak about the children. It's about them. That's nuts to me. Now, I want you guys to see the pivot that the mayor is doing right here. The mayor, ladies and gentlemen, also said this. I want you guys to see this. I want to know if you guys peep the pivot. Okay? Peep the pivot. Here we go.
There needs to be action. And when we have seen school shooting after school shooting, when we have seen churches get shot up by horrible actors, I think the impetus has to be on all of us as leaders to do a whole lot more, to recognize that we've got more guns in this country than we have people.
Bow. We have more guns in this country than we have more people. Did you catch the pivot, ladies and gentlemen? Did you catch it? Let me play the pivot one more time. He's not speaking about ideology, right? How a person thinks and the reason why they're thinking like that. He's not doing that. He's speaking to the very simple effect of, hey, we gotta, get rid of something. I want to go ahead and play it one more time.
It's to be action. And when we have seen school shooting after school shooting, when we have seen churches get shot up by horrible actors, I think the impetus has to be on all of us as leaders to do a whole lot more, to recognize that we've got more guns in this country than we have people.
Bow. We have more guns in this country than we have more people. Jamal, what do you think about what he is saying here?
He don't want to talk about the trans person. No, he don't want to talk about that. Oh, no, he don't want to mention that. He don't want to mention that the person who did this was already struggling with the mental illness, gender dysphoria, and you gave him guns. See, we want to talk and say that red flag laws, Jermain, if you and your girlfriend get into an argument, they can take your guns. If you tell her, you get out of my house, you sorry tramp,
They won't
oh
get
my
you.
gosh, I feel so threatened. They take your guns. Red flag laws. But nobody's willing to say, you don't get a gun because you think you're a woman. And sir, you a man. See, that's considered mentally acceptable. That's why all his guns were legal. And this mayor, I'm willing to bet you, wanting to feel that person shooting the school up with the Christian children was striking a blow against Christian supremacy.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet money. We cannot continue to live like this, and the people need to decide. Arm these teachers. And if a teacher don't want to be armed, fine. Don't work. The same way they told teachers in the 60s and the 70s and the 50s, if you can't teach black children in an integrated classroom, you're going to have to quit, because we're not going to back down. That's the same way it have to be with people with guns when it comes to teachers carrying firearms.
Absolutely. Or I'm thinking, Donald Trump can have a national referendum, and he can have like we put, if it's a public school, we put an officer by law has to be in a public school, 1 or 2. You get what I'm saying? By law. And that will deter a lot of this nonsense going on. By law, it has to happen, because we are in a new day and age, and we have to recognize that. Back in the day, it was easier to deal with stuff like this, and we didn't have a lot of stuff like this going on. Now it seems like it's more routine, and with the liberal media pushing out all this agenda and hate and propaganda against the president and good folks out there, let me tell you something, we're going to get more and more of this. And the thing is, the media is into covering this type of stuff up and pushing a fake narrative on it. It's almost as if they're giving the shooter a pass because of their how could I say, their issue with society in a sense. And that's what it seems like is happening. It's not good at all. Not good at all. Let's go ahead and move forward here. Hopefully, these families can, hopefully one day get some relief here. I know that this is a terrible situation. A lot of folks are praying for them. A lot of folks. Minneapolis right now, let me tell you something. Extra cops on the street. Let me tell you, everybody's high strung, and I just hate seeing it. Let's go ahead and move forward. Next one up here, I want to speak to you guys about Donald Trump and his D.C. crackdown, and also national deployment of the, national troops here. I think is absolutely fantastic. I want to show you guys a video. This video has gone viral, and it's of a black man who is walking down the streets of D.C., and he's praising Donald Trump. He's saying that he can walk down D.C. with his jewelry on. Usually he had to tuck his jewelry or not wear it, but he could actually wear his jewelry outside without the fear of Negro roaches coming to take it. I kid you not. I want to go ahead and run this. When it come back, we shall discuss the Negro roaches and the chimps stealing jewelry and everything else. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share. Here we go. Here we go.
They said FBI, DEA, ICE, it's all that outside in Washington, D.C. I don't even got to look over my shoulder no more. I'm walking around with this shit. I ain't hiding none of this shit. I'm walking blocks with this motherfucker. Listen, jump out on me if you want. I'm going to scream. They're going to be here in 33 seconds. As soon as you tell about, get that shit up. Ah! gonna help the shit out of me. Y'all niggas jump out of y'all want. Good God almighty, boy. I got some motherfucking help. Some backup. For real, you jump out. I'm gonna blow your ass. Look, they right here. Look. They outside, though. Oh, God almighty. I could just scream. They gonna help me.
Bow.
FBI,
so,
DEA, ICE.
There you go. You got a Negro out there, instead of Negroes to, invest in property, bricks and mortar, invest in things that they can pass on to their family members and things of this nature. A lot of these street Negroes invest in moissanite fake jewelry to impress the kitty cats in the street. What do you think about this here?
You know what, Jermain?
Walk outside with a jewelry.
You know what? That's a shame. All this crap we hear about Black Lives Matter and black people this and black people joining together. Black people need to come together to beat the white man.
Yeah.
And he just simply told the whole world this is the first time he's been able to show his jury off in years. DC is horrible. Even the mayor had to admit what Donald Trump did worked.
Yep.
She sat there and said carjackings is down 87%. Now she still tried to tote her little number. No. But it feels good to see a young black man saying, screw y'all. This feels good. So hopefully when the Republicans run in the midterms or run for president, instead of the Democrats getting 95% of the vote, Republicans pick up, a certain amount and Democrats only get 80%, or the Democrats get only 70 or 60% of the vote. Imagine if that happens. Then that means the Republicans are doing well across the world, around the U.S. And the Democrat Party only wants that young man to worry about no white folks.
Yep, that's it.
Not the niggas behind him trying to knock him upside his head and take his jury.
Absolutely. This should be a campaign victory and a campaign,
campaign
how can I say, opportunity. You go ahead and you show this. There's plenty of black people who will probably come up and kiss your feet and say, I'm tired of Lil Ray and Tyrone robbing me. You went and stopped these Negroes from robbing me, sir. Remember I told you guys that it takes a white man to save black folks? I don't make this stuff up. I know Negroes will get mad, right? Oh, Jermain, there you go, bootlicking again. Look at Jermain. Look how black Jermain is. All he doing is that bootlicking. You bootleg. Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, you better start bootlicking. You better, Negroes better start bootlicking, because I'm telling you, a white man has came and saved black folks once more again. The black folks are not going to have the heart to stand up and take care of that type of responsibility when it comes to cleaning up the neighborhood. They just not going to do it. You need a white man to do it. And right now, Jamal, let me tell you something. Mr. Trump wants to federalize this type of program and put it everywhere.
And only a fool would be against it.
Yeah, only a fool would. But, Jamal, we got plenty of fools here in this country.
Yep.
Plenty.
That's why I said only a fool.
I can tell you two of them right now. The mayor of Chicago and the attorney general of Illinois. Oh, yeah. They're two black buffoons. And let me tell you something. They got something to say about the troops coming over there. They certainly do. I want to go ahead and run it. When it come back, we shall discuss it. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you share. Here we go.
President Trump is escalating his feuds with Democratic-run cities and states over crime and threats of military deployments. Today, Trump suggested he may pull federal funding for the reconstruction of the collapsed Francis Scott Key Bridge over in Baltimore. In a series of Truth Social posts, the president attacked Maryland Governor Wes Moore's record on crime and tied bridge funding to a political dispute on deploying the National Guard to cities across the country. All of this comes as CNN has learned the Trump administration has been planning for weeks to send National Guard troops to Chicago, America's third largest city. It's believed the deployment would look different from what we've seen over in Washington, D.C., where the president has more leeway in directing troops. The Chicago deployment could more resemble what the president did in Los Angeles in response to immigration protests there this summer. But this time, troops are expected to have a broader focus of combating crime and unprecedented use of the National Guard. CNN's Julia Benbrook joins us now. Julia, what more can you tell us about this possible deployment?
Well, Isabel, President Donald Trump has made it clear that he plans to expand these efforts outside of Washington, D.C. This is a part of his anti-crime agenda and his immigration crackdown. In recent weeks here in the nation's capital city, Trump has taken temporary control of the D.C. Metropolitan Police, and then there's also been this constant visible presence of the National Guard here. In the Oval Office on Friday, he made it clear that he plans to expand these efforts, saying that he is taking a look at Chicago now. Take a listen.
Chicago's a mess. You have an incompetent mayor, grossly incompetent, and we'll straighten that one out probably next. And the people in Chicago, Mr. Vice President, are screaming for us to come. They're wearing red hats, just like this one, but they're wearing red hats.
Now, officials who have spoken with CNN say that the plans to send troops there have been in the works for weeks, but there are still a lot of questions. How many troops will be sent and when that deployment might happen? Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson has said that the administration has not been in direct contact with his team or the governor. He's accused the president of, quote, stoking fear, and says this is not the way to bring down crime in his city.
What he is proposing at this point would be the most flagrant violation of our Constitution in the 21st century. The city of Chicago does not need a military occupation. That's not what we need. In fact, we've been very clear about what we need.
Yeah, we need Jesus and the holy angels
to ensure
down
that we
there
can build
as well,
safe and affordable communities.
Along with the military.
In a statement, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker said this.
He
He said, quote,
the
safety of the people of Illinois is always my top priority. There's no emergency that warrants the President of the United States federalizing the Illinois National Guard, deploying the National Guard from other states, or sending active duty military within our own borders. While it is not uncommon for federal authorities like the National Guard to help out across the country in times of emergency like natural disasters or civil unrest, experts say that sending in the National Guard in a blanket order to combat crime and implement the president's immigration policies is unprecedented. So we've seen this start here in Washington. He says that Chicago's next. Then he says he's taking a look at New York. In recent weeks, he has also criticized other major cities, calling them, quote, very bad, including Los Angeles and Baltimore.
Julia Benbrook, thank you so much. And joining me now to talk more about this possible National Guard deployment to Chicago is Kwame Raoul. He is the Attorney General for the state of Illinois. Sir, thank you so much for coming on the show. I want to start with Trump saying that Chicago is next. He's saying that this is because of crime. He's saying Chicago is a mess, but the crime data is really painting a different picture here. Chicago police reported last month that homicides are down 32% year over year. Shooting incidents are down 37%. Motor vehicles and carjackings also considerably down. And we're looking at a graphic of that right now for our audience. So in light of all of this, why do you think he's going after Chicago?
I don't believe it. I think it's a lie.
Thank you for having me.
Those numbers, I don't believe it.
I think that data that you just related is a result.
Nobody
of us
believes them.
great
Everybody
law
knows
enforcement leaders.
But here's
in the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois. We have a tremendous
it's easy to
police
manipulate
superintendent here.
Very easy.
And one of the things
thing
that we embrace, my
office
and other law enforcement agencies throughout the state, is a one-team concept, which includes partnership with federal law enforcement agencies who are trained to deal with crime, which the National Guard is not. That includes the FBI, the ATF, DEA, even in some instances, Homeland Security investigations and Secret Service. We've had tremendous partnerships with federal law enforcement.
And I'm going to stop it right here. So there you guys go. You guys get the drift right here, right? So Kwame Raoul, he's saying that the National Guard, they're not trained to deal with crime and stuff like that. This is what he's saying, and he's saying that they don't need it because crime is down. The Chicago mayor is saying that they don't need, the National Guard as well, but the citizens are saying a different story. Brother, what do you say to this here?
I'm going to say this right now. President Trump ought to do this. If you refuse the National Guard, if one child dies afterwards for the next 2 years while he's president, he's going to charge you with denying that child their civil rights. The same thing they got those racists in 1960 in Mississippi Burning. Everybody's seen the movie Mississippi Burning. That's how they got them. They got them violating their civil rights. So you violated that child's civil rights, not just the illegal or the criminal that did it, but also the people who allowed them to come in and stay. Not just illegal, but criminals too. So the criminals in Chicago, if one child dies, he automatically gets charged with denying someone their civil rights and lock him up for 20 to 30 years.
I think that these folks here need to accept the help. And Donald Trump, I think from what I've been hearing, I think he might have federalized. He signed something, executive order on something. Somebody sent me something. I got to read it, but I think it's an executive order. And I think it would be a good thing for him to do that. A lot of these high crime cities that are out here not taking care of business, they're going to need that help. There's a lot of people who have been crying for a very long time for help. All right. And the politicians in that city haven't been doing a good job. And like I've said for a very long time, having that type of crime is beneficial for them. It's not beneficial for them to have no crime. And I want folks to understand that. It's not beneficial for them. It's beneficial for them to have crime because everybody makes money when there's crime there. And you believe it or not, they do. They make money. Everybody and their mama's mama is making money off the crime. Even to solve the crime. To deal with the consequences of the crime. Everybody making money. So the crime is going to persist if there is not a will to stop it. Now, last week I played you a clip with J.D. Vance and the way they took down the crime in a few days of the D.C. crackdown. It was unbelievable. And what that showed, ladies and gentlemen, was that if there's a will for it, it can be done. This is what it shows. And it lets you know that everybody else been bullshitting. They don't want the crime to end. So people got to understand that you got to vote in folks who have the political will to stop the crime and not to sympathize with it like liberals do. Liberals see a black person doing crime, instead of them to do the right thing, they're trying to sympathize with why the black person is doing the crime and then trying to help them get off of it. Donald Trump took away no cash bail in D.C.
Yep.
Negroes are mad. Right? First of all, now they got the troops in the street chasing their black ass. And then on top of that, when they get caught up, they can't just skate out of jail. You know what I'm saying? And if Donald Trump took my idea, and it's a fantastic idea, if you're receiving government assistance, you're getting Section 8, you're getting food stamps, you're getting something from the government, and your children are out there committing crime, you get cut off. Once you do that, Donald Trump, the crime stops. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet, Donald Trump? Ladies and gentlemen, how much you want to bet most of the crime stops if that happens? Especially in the black community, because a lot of them are receiving that type of assistance. And please believe, the fools ain't going to be doing crime if they know that they mama's EBT about to get cut off. Oh, my EBT about to get cut off? Hey, Junior, you better stay your ass up in here. Ray, stay your ass inside. That's what the mama would be saying. Jamal, tell me I'm lying.
Nope.
They be like, Lakeisha, stay your black ass up inside. I'm telling y'all, they be out there with a switch. The black women be outside with a switch, waiting for somebody to do something illegal. Because they trying to keep their benefits. But if there's nothing like that, let me tell you something. Their children can go out all day long and commit crime, and they're not going to care. So I'm going to write myself a nice little letter. Write it to Donald Trump, you know. And I'm going to put one of my good Christian tags at the end. Be blessed. I think I'm going to use that one. And let me see how far it goes. Last words on this here, brother.
Run, nigga, run. Run, run, run. Run, nigga, run. Y'all, and I hope they one way or another, they're gonna get you. They're gonna get you one way or another.
I'm telling you,
and that's what they
get
need.
Your black ass.
And they need to. They need to. It's a shame that if you police the black community, carjacking goes down 87%. If you police the black community, murder drops by 60%. If you police the black community, robbery drops by 60%. That's a community problem. And like I said before, if they refuse the National Guard, if there is one murder, Donald Trump need to send in the feds, arrest that governor, throw him in another state until trial, and have him go for 20 years. 20 years. If you don't allow the National Guard and there's a murder or robbery or rape in your city, you will automatically face 20 years as a governor or mayor.
And I'm telling you, start doing stuff like that too, holding governors and politicians accountable in that way, and we come up with a specific statute for that. Let me tell you something. You'll see a lot of them using the political will I know they have to end a lot of this crime. They can do it. It's just that it's not beneficial in a sense for them to do it. You know, and even the stuff that I'm talking about with making sure that anybody who receives entitlements, if you live in a household with somebody who receives entitlements and you're committing crime, you deserve to get kicked off entitlements. I'm telling you, do stuff like that, you will see crime dramatically stop. It will drop all the way down because they'll be scared to do it for fear of Big Mama losing her benefits. And let me tell you something. Black women, once they know them benefits about to be taken away, their children will stop in a heartbeat. They certainly will.
But that's not, stop what you doing. I lose my check because of you.
I'm telling you, will see black women out there with a switch in their hair hat. You know, they may not even wear a hair hat. They'll leave that hair hat off and whoop your ass. You know, that's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for tonight. I want to thank you all. It was fire. It was fire and flames tonight. I want to thank everybody and their mama's mama for coming out and hanging out with us. I want to thank everybody who donated as well. Really do.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Brother, any last words for our beautiful, beautiful crowd tonight?
Yes, in order to stop this crap from keep happening, you must make schools hard targets. The argument is over. We need to have teachers armed. And if a teacher don't want to be around other teachers with guns, then fire that teacher. Well, what's going to happen if... And I got to say this, Jermain, real quick, because this is what they're going to say. Ahead. Well, what happened if the teacher go off and shoot the kids? Well, what happened if the police officer that's supposed to keep the red flag laws go off and start shooting people? So that means we shouldn't have red laws to defend themselves. So that's the playback. We need to make schools hard targets. 5 teachers in a school need to be armed that nobody know, pass a psych evaluation, so that way they can have guns. So that way, if something like that happens, remember, when the bullets start flying back at a school shooter, 9.5 out of 10 times they run, because they may be at the range and they may be in the woods, but it's a different story when you hear shoo, shoo,
when it's coming after you,
because somebody may be a better shot and better trained.
Absolutely. It's a different story when the bullets are whizzing past your head and they're coming for you.
Yep.
It's easy to shoot at folks who don't have nothing to defend themselves. But as soon as the bullets start flying back, you will see the fools cower. They will run. They will. That's why it's very important for folks to defend themselves, especially schools nowadays. We're in a new age and a new world. We got new crimes, and we got crimes that are now, how can I say, very egregious. So we need to do what's right, and we need to protect our children. I don't understand, you know, as much as we say we love our children, why can't we protect them in the right way? You get what I'm saying? I mean, how much money do we need in order to protect our children? That's what needs to be, pushed out there. I mean, are we lacking in money, or are we retarded? What is it? You know, we see this stuff happening all the time. When are we going to get up to speed and say, you know what? I think we need a guard here. I mean, when are we going to wake up? You know, so that's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for coming on in. hitting that like button, sharing. We definitely love you. We'll catch you guys here next time with another edition of Conservative Nation Double Barrel J's Wednesdays. You guys take care. Love ya. And peace. And a ball of hair grease.